This 39-year-old woman hired an assassin to take her own husband's life, all because he got married to a second wife. She quietly planned the operation in such a way that there would be no traces at all, and perfectly everything went as planned. There was no prior argument, and neither was there any misunderstanding in the house before executing her plan. And in fact, she had a good time and even had fun with her husband on bed on the same night his life was taken. According to the report, the husband, whose name is Hakeem Salaudeen, and his wife, whose name is Omotayo Salaudeen, has been married for the past 17 years, and everything was smooth and fine, and they were both blessed with 3 children. The husband, Hakeem, happened to be a successful businessman in Oshogbo in Osun State, and he was described as a caring father and husband who is also God-fearing and easygoing. He was well-to-do, and he does everything possible to make his family happy. They all stayed in a befitting apartment, and at some point, he had even purchased a car for his wife. However, trouble started when Hakeem, the husband, decided to marry a second wife. He notified his wife of the developments, and in her response, she was calm and quiet. And as time goes on, Hakeem engaged the second wife and also got an apartment for her far away from home. Life continued as usual, and Hakeem continues to do his best for his 2 wives and children. But in reality, Omotayo, the first wife, was not happy with her husband's choice of having a second wife, and deep down within her, she had a plan. And like a viper, she looks happy and friendly, but her personality is delicate. She contracted a 24-year-old thug who is an ex-convict, whose name is Oladapo, with plans to eliminate her husband in the shortest possible time. The 24-year-old thug was well known to be a hardened criminal and was willing to even execute the job for as low as 10,000 naira. And on the said date that they have planned for the operation, the husband, Hakeem, who went to work as usual, returned home in the evening at around 6 p.m. and his wife, Omotayo, warmly welcomed and received him. She gave him his favorite delicious food, and towards the night, she lured him to the bedroom earlier. She also ensured that the children had also slept earlier in their bedroom that day. And after everywhere was set, she went back to her husband's bedroom and gave him series of nice positions. They had fun like they never had before, and after the pleasure, the husband, Hakeem, slept off. However, after some moments had passed, Omotayo then got up to unlock the doors of the house for the thug she had hired, and further sent him signals on phone to come in and strike. And without hesitation, Dapo, the hired thug, appeared from nowhere with knives, and with the help of the wife leading him to the exact bedroom where her husband was sleeping, Dapo was able to descend quickly on Hakeem right on the bed while he was sleeping. He penetrated him mercilessly in the chest at multiple times, while his wife, Omotayo, covered his face and pinned him down with pillow. And in the shortest possible time, the husband passed out. The wife then instructed Dapo, the thug, to leave along with her husband's phone, and even instructed him to go to the children's bedroom and also take all of their phones, just in a bid to portray and stage the incident as a robbery occurrence. Both Dapo and the wife also wrote on the wall before leaving, "No price, no pay, and forgiveness is a sin." All of these were done in order not to leave traces that an insider was involved in the occurrence. And on the following day, the wife, Omotayo, had put on a very good show, crying and wailing that the love of her life is gone. Extended families were contacted, neighbors were surprised, and eventually some members of the extended families contacted the police. Meanwhile, the hired thug, Dapo, had sold all the mobile phones he achieved from the operation, and during police investigation, the husband's phone was tracked to a certain buyer who eventually helped the police to get Dapo, the thug who carried out the operation, and eventually he was arrested as the prime suspect. And during questioning, Dapo finally exposed who contracted him for the job, and the wife was also arrested. It was a big surprise to neighbors and even the children that their own mom was the master planner of the occurrence that took their father's life. And during her questioning, she confessed to the police that truly her husband never offended her. She described her husband as a responsible man to the core, who is also always committed to his family, and that there was nothing he did to her. Omotayo was eventually convicted and sentenced to prison, while their 3 children, who were just 12, 15 and 17 years old, and are still in the secondary school as at the time of the incident, are now left to cater for themselves like orphans, while their mom is doing the time in the Ilesha prisons in Osun State.
Last week, we were able to arrest the major culprit, the major suspect, Dolapo, an ex-convict, who we now discovered was hired by the wife to help in the husband. Investigation has revealed that the woman, that is the wife of Alaji, the late Salaudin, did not only hire the suspect, Dolapo, but she actively participated in the her husband.
Sent my number with her. Later she called me and told me to come and meet her at the Alleluia Estate around Adeduna Street. So when I got there, she took me inside and hid me somewhere till the husband came back. And when it is midnight, she told me to enter. And when I entered, so she was playing with the man till the man slept up and trying to use pillow to take the life of the man, and told me to stab the man with the knife in my hand, and that's how I did it.
Omotayo assisted in blocking her husband's face with pillow as Dolapo stabbed him to death. She said she was mad at her husband, who got married to another wife last year, although he was still taking good care of her. Omotayo had been married to Akim for 17 years with 3 kids.
Báwo ni àwọn ọlọ́kọ́ yín kan sí ó tọ́jú yín? Wọ́n máa ní ìkọ̀kan tó ṣe tí wọ́n fi fi yín tẹ̀sí pàànà.
Wọ́n fẹ́ jọ sí sínú yàrá lórí bẹ́ẹ̀ níjọ́ ẹ̀. Sorry, probably ẹ̀ sun ọmọ níjọ́ yẹn.
Ó wáyé.
Níjọ́ yẹn náà.
Wọ́n lè ti gbìyànjú láti dáná sọ ọkọ lórí.
Ìyàwó tí.
Báyọ̀ wọ́n gbìyànjú láti dáná sọ nípa yẹn. Ẹ fi hàn lẹ̀. Ká lè fi hàn lẹ̀ mọ́. Ọdún bá ń pẹ́ rí ṣọlọ́jọ́ ẹ̀ bá tiẹ̀ ṣáájú. Ẹ kàn fi hàn lẹ̀ mọ́.
Kí ló fà?
Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọn ló ṣe. Kí ni nǹkan kan ṣe? Inú ẹ̀ bí yín. Ó ṣàmì nǹkan tó ṣe tínú ẹ̀ fi yín.
Àwọn ọmọ náà kan. Ẹ̀rẹ̀ ro táwọn ọmọ yẹn mọ́. Kí ni irúkú oorun ṣe pa?
Bí oṣù mélòó tó fi ṣẹ̀yìn ẹ̀kọ́ wá ṣe kó pa wọ́n. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè kàn kọ́ tó.
Ẹjọ́ wọn sí. Sóòtọ́ ni wọ́n fẹ́yàwó mi.
Agbọ́gbọ́ fẹ́yàwó lẹ́yìn mi.
Nígbà wo? Irú ìṣekú pa wọn ló ṣe sọ.
Can you speak little English? Chloe? Okay. Ṣó fẹ́yàwó yẹn wá sílé wá bá yín àti tó ń kó fẹ́yàwó síta? Ṣé nǹkan tó fi ṣẹ̀yìn nìyẹn? Kí ni nǹkan tó wá ṣe gbogbo tẹ́ fi ṣe pípa? Kò ṣe kó ṣẹ̀yìn ẹ̀kọ́ nínú ẹ̀kọ́ bí ń gbé pa ni àbí? Irú ikú báwo lẹ ṣe kú pa? Irú ikú ò lẹ ṣe pa?
Báwo lẹni bọ́lẹ̀ tí mọ Dọlápọ̀?
Ẹ̀rí ní sábó, wọ́n ṣe wọ́n júwe bẹ̀, wọ́n júwe ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ fún yín. Báwo lẹ́yìn ṣe ọmọ pé Dọlápọ̀ lè ṣekú pààyàn? Ó kọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ Dọlápọ̀ pé ṣó lè pààyàn. Mrs. Salau, please speak to us in English, no matter how little or how bad your English is. I want to ask you now, can you take us through that day? How did it happen? Where were you? Where was your husband? How did it happen? Everyone say English, dear. You can speak English. Okay, some pidgin and some broken.
narrate everything for you.
Ẹ̀yin lẹ́kùn lọ́la pọ̀ lọ́bẹ̀. A tún ní ẹ̀rọ fílò lórí iṣẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀. Ẹ sọ fún wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ṣe. Ọkọ̀ máa rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ọkọ̀ máa kún gbà tí wọ́n fílò tí ní ìmú tẹ̀sí wọn dọ̀là pọ̀. Ó ti tó ọdún mélòó lẹ́tọ̀ fẹ́ra. Ọmọ mẹ́ta lẹ́sìn. Kí ni èjì wọn?
Bọ̀ ṣe ìgbà tí àwọn olè máa wá ń kó lè yín ẹ̀jẹ̀ mọ̀ sí. Wọ́n ti máa wá ń kó lè ọkọ̀ yìí tí wọ́n wá kamalé pẹ̀lú ìbọn ẹ̀mọ́ sí. Bọ̀ wọ́n tí wọ́n lè ti wá lé nídìí ẹ̀mọ́